So, as I mentioned in a previous video, I would be doing a project out in the workshop. Now, right now, I have a piece of 3-inch PVC pipe on my, I borrowed a miter saw. And I am cutting sections of it, and this is kind of a artsy shot, isn't it? But cutting little sections of it this long. What that enables me to do is take a jar, and it fits in there, just like that. I'm going to glue a bunch of these together, and that is going to be my tobacco storage rack. So I'm going to keep doing that. I got a 10-foot section of pipe to cut, so I got a lot of pipe to go, a lot of little pieces, and it throws PVC everywhere. So I'll get back to you when I'm done with that, cutting it all up, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I got a bunch of PVC sections cut here. I'm going to sand them next, and I'm going to glue them together. So I'm going to be gluing them 5 long. And yeah, we'll get back when we're doing that. So yeah, a bunch of little PVC sections. So I got all the little PVC pieces sanded and cut, and now I am gluing them together. I'm using a construction adhesive called Quick Grip. It's by Rock River. You get it where I work. And so I'm just gluing together 5 at a time. They're not all completely even as far as length goes, but to me what really matters is just as long as one side is butted up against each other, it's okay. So yeah, it's progressing along nicely. There is a 10-minute working time that I have to be concerned with here, so I'm just letting it dry, and yeah, it'll dry, pick them up, do a few more till I'm out of sections of pipe. So yeah, it's progressing along nicely. Alright, so now I'm going ahead and painting the individual tubes once they've been glued together. And so the next time you see this, hopefully it'll be installed on my desk. I'm not actually going to glue each of the levels together, as it can be a modular system now, and if you need to add a layer, you can add a layer. If you need to take away a layer, you can take away a layer. So yeah, now I just got to paint them, let them dry, and then we're going to put them in on my desk. So as you can see, I finished it up. The color I decided to paint these, this is actually on my desk here where this is. The color I decided to paint these is Rust-Oleum's oil rubbed bronze, and I know it looks really black from the shot, but there is a bronze metallic paint in the satin black, and it actually looks really nice if you're seeing it in person. A quick couple notes. If you decide to use a construction adhesive like I did, either Quick Grip or Liquid Nails, let that dry for at least 2 hours before you move them. And as you can see on this one, like in between the joints here, in between the joints like here and here, I actually went back, and put some in there with my finger and screeded it out so it was more like a weld. And I did that on the top and the bottom, and there's also some in the middle to help keep it together. Also, do not do more than 5 together, because the weight of the PVC, it does bend and bow and make it crack. And like I had on some of them, but down at the bottom here, so I'm having them at the bottom so you can't really tell it and it's not that visible at first glance. It did crack and split apart, but due to the almost honeycomb-like nature of this, it wasn't as big of a deal. So yeah, keep those 2 things in mind. And also, if you decide to do this, it's a great little way to store it. Paint them up any color you want. I ended up using about 2.5 cans of spray paint on a 10-foot section like this. You can't, if you do bigger jars, you can get bigger diameters of pipe, but keep that in consideration of if you do put the smaller ones in there, it's almost like wasted space. So with that, if you decide to do this project, it did take me about a whole day to do this. Keep that in mind. But it's a great little project, great way to store it, and it's using the material in a way it hadn't been intended, but making a really great use of it. So with that, my friends, be kind and good to each other.